So this is my fishing kayak, my cheap fishing kayak. And it's great because it's a sit-on, stand-up kayak. These stabilizers work very well. I can stand up in it no problem at all. And I specifically wanted a tandem kayak because me and my wife like to go kayaking. And so I can just turn it into a regular kayak at any time, and then I can turn it into a fishing kayak at any time. So everybody's seen these. Got a bunch of pole holders. The stabilizers come off real easily, especially like when I need to travel and stuff. They deflate, they fit in the back of the vehicle, no problem. The stadium seat works perfect. I just unstrap it down here, pull this out. I love the stadium seat. Sitting up high is so nice when you're fishing. But then I can move that seat forward, turn it, put the other seat in the back, and it turns back into a regular kayak. And as you can see, the stadium seat is perfect. I just made this out of PVC, just measured out the dimensions, cut everything. Straps are holding it down. This has a little pocket that flips down. I put my pliers and clippers in there. I can go to the river. I can stand up in it, no problem at the river. And I drag this thing. You go to any of the kayak fishing shops and you're spending $2-3 grand. Well, I don't have $2-3 grand for a fishing kayak, and those are just like the starting points for the fishing kayaks. This thing, I got it as a gift, but I looked on Facebook and you can find these things for anywhere from like $150 to $400. I like the fact that it's a tandem kayak. It's 14 foot long, so it's very long, but it's only about 80 pounds. I can haul that around. It just gives you tons of room. And like I said, I stand up in it no problem. Sitting in it's very easy. Paddling in it's pretty easy. It would be easier if you're down low to paddle. So sitting up high and paddling is a little more difficult. I probably need to get a longer paddle. But other than that, it works perfect. And I'm new to all this, so this is a very good beginner setup. It was very easy to put together. Probably spent, I think the seat was maybe like $50. The pieces for the PVC was probably around $30-40. The stabilizers that work amazing. Like I would be afraid to stand up in this if I didn't have the stabilizers, but the stabilizers I think came to like $150, right around there. So you can spend $500 and have an amazing fishing kayak. And I just I gotta paddle this thing, and I just consider it it's a forced workout. I know the pedal drives or the ones with the trolling motors are very nice and fancy, but I just consider I'm getting a real good workout. But yeah, this thing's very easy to put together. I actually take it all apart and put it in my vehicle so it travels on top of my SUV real well. And then I get to the river or lake, wherever I'm going, and I just put it together real fast. It takes me probably about 15 minutes to put it all together. And it's just a great entry-level way to get out and do some kayak fishing where you're not sitting in it. I wanted to sit on just for like casting ability and stuff like that. I'm really new to bass fishing, anything out of a kayak fishing. I'm more of I used to be like a catfish carp angler, just sitting on the bank and stuff and getting into this really kind of changes the game. It makes, you know, obviously everything's more accessible. You can go to any lake, you can get anywhere. This thing, I mean, I had to drag this thing on a trail one time to get it out of the Salt River, and I just take the pieces off and pull it. It's a cheap kayak. You don't worry about scraping it up or knocking anything expensive off. You're not afraid to put holes into it and drill stuff. Like here, I made my own little pole stand so I can set a pole holder on there if I want on the front. I mean, it's just all around great. I love this thing. You know, I would love to have one of the nice trolling motor foot pedal with all the gear, and I mean that would be great, but I don't have the money for that, and I don't know if I'd spend it on that. I get a lot of enjoyment out of this, and it's just a lot of fun taking it out. It's a nice little project to learn and figure out how to put stuff on and put stuff together to help your fishing, and you know, it's just an all-around great kayak. So anybody that wants to do it can do it for a fairly cheap price. Like I said, I would maybe say $500 total I've spent on this thing, and I've already gotten 10 times the enjoyment out of it per cost. So go out, get yourself a cheap kayak, make it a project, and have some fun. Y'all take it easy.